What other ways can our board do business? Can we conduct business via email because we are in emergency times? This is a slippery slope, because I don't want anyone to say, Beth Mulcahy said on Facebook Live, it's okay for you to do all your votes by email. I'm not saying that, just so you know. What I am saying is that Arizona law on running emergency meetings is pretty clear, and it says that you know, the board is allowed to make decisions in circumstances that are emergencies. And the only requirements are that you have to take minutes of the board meeting when there is an emergency. And then at the next regularly scheduled board meeting, you are going to be reading into the record what the emergency was and then attaching the minutes to, you know, the minutes for that board meeting, the regular board meeting, after the fact. And that way it gives people that aren't at the meeting, you know, an opportunity to see what happened, you know, via the next open board meeting. So that being said, what do we do if we've got true emergencies where we cannot get this conference call lined up, we can't get this teleconference lined up, we've got to make decisions now because we've got situations happening. Maybe you have, you know, something occurring in your common areas where there's going to be a major expense and the board needs to make a decision on it immediately, or there's a fire or an insurance claim, or you've been served with a lawsuit and you're not sure what to do. You know, I'm telling you in this call that I am okay with you making decisions via email in these emergency times, but don't overdo it. Don't go nutso on this, okay? Be really careful, because everything you're doing is ultimately going to be looked at with a very fine microscope. And remember, all of our homeowners are home and they don't have a lot of time on their hands. So there could be a lot of conspiracy theories swirling around our neighborhood. So we don't want that to happen. So if there is an emergency and you are making a decision by email, remember, if you have 48 hours, obviously try to do the teleconference or the conference call board meeting where you can make the decision after notifying the owners and allowing them to call in or dial in for the call. If you can't, do it by email, and then again at your next regularly scheduled board meeting, which will probably be by teleconference or conference call, then read into the record what the emergency was and the actions that the board took. And just kind of a closing word of caution, be careful. You know, in these difficult times, of course, we have to continue on with the business of the association. But what I really do not want to see is associations thinking that they are getting, you know, A-OK by me just to make all your decisions by email during this time. I'm not saying that. I'm saying limited only to emergencies. And I do feel that in an emergency circumstance that the majority of the board can make that decision by email. And again, this will be, you know, just during the pandemic time right now. We're going to have to reevaluate conditions as things continue to unfold in our country. Hopefully we'll be back to normal again soon and we won't have to be worrying about a lot of these questions. If you need reassurances or you need advice about the decisions that you're making, please reach out to us. We're here to help you and we have your best interests at heart.